Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video I'm going to share one more team in the Fighting Cup, and which is going to be probably the last video on the Fighting Cup, because how condensed the meta is and how stale the Pokemon is. Because in every team we are going to see the same type of mons coming back again and again. So that is the reason I'm not going to try it out very often. So later I'll be shifting to open Great Leagues. And today for this team I've got Hakamo over here, which is going to be the best Pokemon as rated on PvPoke, and the reason being is its typing, which is going to be Dragon and Fighting, and it is really good in the meta because as there is no Fighter and Steel to resist the Dragon type moves over here, making it really really a best choice in this meta, along with his bulk as well. So for my Hakamo over here, as you guys can see as you guys will be seeing in the video, it is not fully powered up because I was lacking some kind of excels, which I did manage up to power up later on, but still I will be playing with underpowered level Hakamo, which is fine as well. So for this pairing I'm going to use it up with Hitmonchan in the lead and a Toxicroak safe swap. The reason, because a Toxicroak is the king of the Fighting Cup because it resists all the fighting moves along with its bulk and spamminess from Mud Bomb and Sludge Bomb. And I'm using Hitmonchan over here because to draw out shields over here, because it hits really hard. So that is the reason I'm using Hitmonchan and Toxicroak along with Hakamo over here. So that is the thought process, which is not very much over here, but while making this team I had this in my mind, so that is the reason I'll be sharing with you guys. And without further more delay, let's jump into the battles straightforward and let's see how this team performed. So now moving into the first battle over here along with Machamp over here, but this time I'm using it is in lead. So I have used Hakamo and Hitmonchan with alternative leads over here for this kind of battle. So that is the reason for this matchup I'm using Hakamo in the lead over here, to which I draw out the first shield from my opponent's end, which is going to be fine. And now from this kind of range I let the first move go through, which is not a great scenario because they can easily farm me down, to which now they can come back with their own I'll be coming back with my own Toxicroak and let the close combat go through from a Shadow Machamp that hits so hard. And this game is already over because they have got a Hakamo of their own in the back line, which is not really a great scenario for me because I'll be going for the Mud Bomb that goes unshielded, and from this kind of range I'll be coming back with my Hitmonchan. So if I do have some kind of win condition, it's there with Hitmonchan, to which they I shielded the first Dragon Claw and they comes back with their own, I believe it's going to be a King once again. And I think since one-on-one shield I do not have any response or any kind of win condition in this game, so I will be firing off this fire punch and letting the I'll just let the game off. To which now moving to the next battle and heading to a very rough start with 1-0 loss over here. I'll be coming back again with a Hakamo lead against this Sneasler. Beg your pardon, it's a Sneasel. He's one Sneasel over here. To which now they safe swap into their Como over here. But now since they can easily get the hard farm, so I'll be going for the first Dragon Claw, getting the first shield from my opponent, and I'll be switching into my own Hitmonchan. So Hitmonchan, though it's very glassy, but hits so hard. That is the reason I'll be coming back with my Hitmonchan. I'll be trying to get the hard farm, but let's see if I can get to the next power punch. I get to it, but I don't throw. So that is the reason I'll be coming back with my Hitmonchan, because it does have a very great potential to hit for neutral damage over here with fire punches, and I believe it's coming back. It's a Toxicroak, so though Toxicroak will be resisting these moves over here, but Hitmonchan does really hit so hard, to which now they'll be forced to throw, which is going to be really great for me because now from this kind of range I've got a shielded Toxicroak on my own. So now I'll be shielding up the next AR's aerial ace over here from this Sneasel rather, not Sneasler, and I'll be going to outplace it to the next aerial ace, which is super effective with the Mud Bomb because of the partial poison typing on it, and I get the uh, knockout for it. To which now they will be forced to throw over here, but as they were getting the energy for the counter, I'll just sneak in one counter through, and that will be all for this game over here. Moving quickly into this third battle over here, picking up a lead of Machamp once again, and this time I lead with Hitmonchan. So as I've already mentioned, I'll be switching in leads very often with this team, so that is the reason I came up Hitmonchan in this scenario. To which now I'll be going for the farm down over here after shielding once, and that's how I can maintain switch and have a great lot of loaded energy with my Hakamo over here. And Hakamo is kind of bulky and bulky in this scenario because of its dragon and fighting typing. It can resist the fighting moves as well. To which now they comes back with their own Shadow Machamp over here, to which now I'll be very easily aligning my Toxicroak over here along with it. To which now, since I'm double resisting these moves, fighting moves rather, with my positive typing, I'll be letting this charge move go through, which is going to be a cross chop. So cross chop is resisted, though it does so much damage because how much attack weighted Shadow Machamp is, and I'll be shielding up the next charge move over here. To which now they comes back with their Poliwrath. So Poliwrath is a really good pick, as I've already mentioned in this meta, because it is super spammy with Scald and Ice Punch. So to now I'll be going for the next I'll be catching the next charge move onto my Hitmonchan, which is going to be Ice Punch, which I can definitely tank, and I'll be going for the next Power Up Punch to boost up my attack. So Power Up Punch, though it's neutral, but still it going to do so much damage with the shadow bonus as well, and I'll be ramping up on my attack, and that will be very good for me because now I can get the hard farm on it. But nevertheless, they were forced to throw over here. Though I snuck in one counter through, it's not going to be enough to register because I'll be getting the knockout with the Ice Punch. And now from this kind of range, I'll be coming back with my Toxicroak and going for the next Mud Bomb just in time to get the knockout for this Shadow Machamp, and one more counter will be enough to get the knockout for this Poliwrath over here as well. So GG's to my friend, really well played. Moving into the next matchup, I pick up a lead of Hakamo over here, and now from this kind of scenario, I'll be staying up in this matchup. And though I lost CMP, I thought I can survive, which indeed is the case, and I'll be going for the Shadow Claw, beg your pardon, Dragon Claw of my own. So my goal is to get shield advantage for my Toxicroak and my Hitmonchan, which I finally managed. And now from this kind of range, I'll be shielding up once and going for the hard form, which they recognize, and they switch back into their own Heracross over here. So Heracross is also a good option for this meta, but not with Hitmonchan, because it have got access to Fire Punch, which will be super effective in this scenario and will be knocking out the Heracross from that kind of good health as well. To which now I'll be coming back, they will be coming back rather with their own Toxicroak over here, which will be getting hit with the Fire Punch, which will not appreciate it because it's coming from a Shadow Hitmon top, which is super attack weighted, and that lands. So this is going to be really nice for me because now from this kind of range, I can easily come back with my Toxicroak and load up on energy. And I'll be switching, I'll be thinking to get a charge move off onto my Hakamo, but I think they lagged over here, or maybe they went offline, or maybe some kind of internet issue, or very much GBL lag. So I'm not quite sure, but that's how I'll be counting down the Hakamo and getting the win for the fourth battle here as well. Moving into the last battle of the video and the set, and picking up a lead of Toxicroak. Toxicroak lead, I'll be easily handling it the way I like it, because now I'll be going for the bait with Power Up Punch, and then I'll be able to reach to the next Fire Punch over here, which will just be enough to get a knockout for the Toxicroak as well. But now, since they let the first charge move go through, I'll be shielding up onto that Mud Bomb, and I'll be going for the Fire Punch over here. So my hardest counter to my backline is going to be the Toxicroak, which I want to get rid of. But now, since the shield up over here, I'll be coming back quickly with my own Hakamo, and I thought of sniping it down, but I could not, to which I had to take in one Sludge Bomb over here. But now I am loaded on energy because I am just one shot of getting to the one Dragon Tail shot of getting to the next Dragon Tail over here, Dragon Claw over here. To which now they comes back with Lucario in this scenario. So Lucario is not an answer to Hakamo, like not an answer to this meta as well, because it is part steel as well that takes so much damage from this counters. To which now I'll be shielding up the first and the last Shadow Ball from their own Lucario over here, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Surface. So Surface is having access to a Brave Bird, which take 8 counters to reach, to which now I'll be outpacing them to the next counter, to the next Leaf Blade rather. Which is going to be a Leaf Blade, I think. Yeah, which is going to be a Leaf Blade, which I can survive and I can outpace them to the next Leaf Blade as well, because I was so much loaded on energy and I could reach to the next Mud Bomb just in time to get the knockout for the Surface and getting the win for the 5th battle. So that will be all for this video, and I hope you guys are enjoying this content on this channel. So if you just haven't subscribed to it, I hope you guys will be hitting it over here, because that's the way you can show support to me, liking it, sharing it with your friends and commenting to it as well. So that will be all for this video and this set, and later on I'll be moving into the Great League, because as I've already mentioned, I'm not very much interested in the fighting cup over here for season 11. So see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.